So just take a second to write that down if you'd like to. And if we'd like to keep going, I want to shift up to the other chakras in just a minute. And I think we have a pretty solid template. I'd like for you to consider the different types of qualities in your life, possibly posting a question here. It doesn't seem like we have enough time in a convenient container to cover all 7 chakras, so I'll be continuing this tomorrow. I care very much about depth for these types of things. I wrote a book and I published a lot of videos for breadth, little bits of information in many topics, but to really learn something and have a high degree of education, it's very important to have depth as well as breadth. So just wanted to give you one more minute to write down fears that you'd like to release, root chakra themed, friends going through things, and how you could support them. All right, continuing on. I'd like you to close your eyes again. I'd like you to breathe in more deeply. Exhale, love and abundance through your heart. Inhale, a calm, relaxed, white, soft light. And exhale, fluffy white clouds that you can relax into. Any thoughts you had, any fears, any to-dos, take out and put in a box. And now I want you to shift back out to being the witness, back out to being the observer, observing a body and a mind of this present reality, but identifying as the soul, where if you look outside of this reality, of this dimension, you see other lifetimes, past, future, parallel. You see ascended masters, archangels, divine beings that are reflections of you. And in your present moment, in your present self, your spiritual self, your soulful higher self that is working with and has a mind and body but is not defined by those, I want you to consider the light of the second chakra. The chakra of well-being, the chakra of relationships, the chakra of nourishment, the chakra of water, of sensuality. And I want you to consider the orange light in this chakra. And as you observe, you can observe the chakra of any being. This is an exercise you can apply to other beings or yourself. That being could be you. It could be a human body that is representing the collective consciousness of the world, or of another person, or of a group. And decide now, whatever the first thing to come up intuitively came up, that is what you should focus on. And I want you to look at that second chakra with your eyes closed and your inner third eye open, that purple door open, that purple light streaming through. And as you look at that second chakra, is it bright and golden orange, or is it kind of funky? I see spikes of darkness in the collective soul of humanity. I see some bursts of health, like a healthy tangerine, some kind of half-eaten bursts, and just a circle that wants to expand, but there's a lot of inky blackness on it, and it feels like it's 73% covered from a three-dimensional plane, just these black bubbles. And so consider peeking forward to the future. So you have 2 giant divine hands, and at the ends of fingers and thumbs are big squeegees. And you wrap your hands around that second chakra sphere, and you connect the squeegees, and you just pull off all the dark, evil, black, soapy bubbles, and the edges of the squeegees, pull all the gunk from inside that second chakra, and pull it out, and now you're holding it in your arms out as pillars, right? Put them together in this visualization. All the inky blackness, virus, health, sickness, worry, panic, fear, isolation, desperation, anxiety, depression, all that stuff. Get all that sludge in a ball. It's not dripping. You're enclosing it in a perfect container of impenetrable titanium, light, diamond, energy, everything, uranium coated, like very strong outer coating. Nothing can leak. And that second chakra, as you're just aware of that gunk, that second chakra is now whole. It is orange, it is clear, it is spinning. Energy of healthy relationships can come in and can go. And so what do we do all this darkness? And for this, we're starting with the esoteric, and then we'll end on the practical. With all this darkness, and I can feel it and see it in my hand. It's like a coconut of coconut of evil or something. And as you consider this, it's totally safe. It's not going to go in you. It's not going to leak. I want you to try to see if you can love it. And stepping away from any stereotypes, the more you level up to non-duality, the more you see oneness in everything. You might know from a mystical experience or other studies that you are one with all of existence. There's a spark of the divine in you, and simultaneously you are divine and you are all. Now our perspective and expression is usually a small fraction of that, which is why we can't materialize elephants but and make them fart sprinkles and do everything else that an infinite God being would do. But from that unity perspective, everything is, and love is also ever present. So this gunk, going back into the room from the second chakra, toxins, poisons, viruses, thought forms, fears, anxiety, not being nourished, not feeling worthy, huge topics, right? All in this sludge. As I say that, my second intestine, my small intestine pulsed with a little bit of pain, so I have something to clear. So just releasing that. So healing can get really quick when you're skilled. And that belief I just released was a belief in not feeling able to support myself in an uncertain world. And that's applying to a lot of people right now. It's applying to 5 people I'm pretty close with because of the whole situation, right? Emotional reactions, different from important physical steps for practical use. The emotional reactions based on the story that don't serve us, they go in the jar of goop. So we take this jar of goop, black sludge, whatever. It's part of the unity consciousness, so you can love it. But as you shift away from non-duality, which is beyond expression, because even the word expression is in duality, because it doesn't contain all the other letters of every alphabet ever known. And as you shift from unity into expression duality, you see, okay, this gunk, may have a right to exist. You exist in unity, but I'm choosing where to place you. And because darkness and shadow need expression in our lives and then manifested in our world, we manifest them through phenomenon. And when we're ready to let go of them from consciousness, we need to release them out into the greater field. And I'm going to end and restart this because my Instagram live is just about to end in 20 seconds. So I'm just going to pause on the Facebook live to restart it. So as you take, and so Instagram, when you end, I'll start all back again. So as you take the sludge, consider a healthy expression for it. And then just give me 1 second to reset that Instagram. Thanks everybody for being patient. I'm working on figuring out the mechanics of simulcasting. And I think that I'll be getting better at it over time, but for now it is what it is. And it's my first one, so thank you for being here for me.